There's nothing like turning on the camera that makes your phone ring and everybody wants to talk to you. Hey guys, I'm gonna start all over. I've been interrupted a couple times since I started this video, so let's start all over. It's August 29th. It's Monday. And what I had told you so far that I'm going to delete and throw away is that I've already done August calendar page from my calendar book. So that video should be up before this one. And I was going to update you on Bailey. And I put this here for you to look at while I talk because I'm not in the frame of mind or mood today to do both at one time, and I have a hard time talking and doing this too unless I'm talking about what I'm doing. So anyway, I want to give you a quick update on Bailey since some of you ask and care about what's going on with that. I had to take her to the vet on Thursday to have her eye looked at because it wasn't looking right. Something was wrong and it was bothering her and it looked like, you know, a little bit painful. So we took her in and it turned out that there was an abrasion on her eye. The vet calls it an ulcer. I don't know why it's called an ulcer, but abrasion, ulcer, either one. And so we got some ointment for it, and first ointment had cortisone in it. And so this time he wanted to remove that because sometimes cortisone can cause ulcers on your eye, and he thought maybe that would be the problem, and so we switched ointments. Well, we came back today, Bailey and I did, for a checkup, and I thought her eye looked like it had improved because she didn't squint as much, but in fact, the ulcer is still on her eye and is not improving at all. And the reason her eye looked better is because the ointment we're giving her probably was soothing it and keeping it from scratching or hurting her in any way as much. So anyway, he wanted to keep her again, so she had to go back into some surgery today, and this was not expected or planned. And I had told her when we got to the vet I wasn't leaving her there today, that it was just a checkup, and I feel so horrible. And I know that she probably didn't understand, but at the same time, as a pet parent, as just like with a parent, when you say something to your child, you kind of want to be telling the truth, you know. You don't want to say something and then them look at you and say, well, that's not what you said. And so I felt really bad, and I just cried when I left her because, you know, I didn't have time to prepare. You know, the last time she went in for surgery, we prepared for it. We knew in advance, several months, it was going to happen. We got back to Tennessee, got it scheduled, and we had 2 weeks out for it to come up, and so we were prepared. Anyway, so I left her there. He said that she went through surgery, she's out, everything's fine, and I can pick her up after 4:30 today. So I'm feeling much more relaxed and better. When I sat down here to create, I was feeling a little lost because my little buddy's not here and the house is quiet, and I, you know, hadn't planned on that today. I planned on her being home with me and nagging me for my food when it's time for lunch, and wanting her snacks when it's time for her snacks, and wanting to go outside when it's time to go outside, and all the things that little Miss Bailey wants, you know. Anyway, so I thought to kill some time and to appease myself and make myself feel better, I would sit here and create with you guys for a little while. What I want to do today is just play. I don't have any plan in mind other than I thought I would just take some of my scraps that are sitting around here from other projects that I've done and some papers I've got beside me, and I would just put down some paper. And what I thought I would use is, put this over here, is this box. And I originally saved this box to do a journal. I was going to take all these excess parts off, and I was going to leave this little piece on here, and I was going to make it a little book like that. But I've decided not to do that. What I've decided I want to do is I'm going to cut off all these extra pieces up here that I probably won't use for anything. And I'm going to cut off these pieces right here. So it's going to be 4 sections. And I'm just going to make 4 little pieces of something. That's just the mood I'm in, okay? So I'm going to, off camera, cut these off, get this all ready, and then I'm going to come back and we'll start, okay? So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, I have my box torn apart. So here's 2, 3, and 4. And these are the pieces that I tore off the edge or top. And I'm not going to keep any of them. You could keep these and make these little tuck spots if you want to make an art journal. This I might keep, and this, and this, and this, and this. Because I can make tabs. Like, I could create a piece of art and just put it on here and make it a tab just for fun, just because I want to. So I'll keep those and play with those later, but these I think I'm going to get rid of. I can always dig them back out if I find a use for them. So what I want to do is I'm going to gesso these first because I don't know exactly what I want to do. I just know I want to play. I think I'll run gesso over these. And then I'm going to start laying down paper and scraps. And the reason I'm going to gesso is just in case I don't cover a certain area, then the paint will take better to the cardboard. So let's just put out some gesso here, and here, and here, and here. And let's run it over. And I'll move this out of the way. I will slow down and fast forward as the mood hits me in this video. I'm out of sorts today. I'm not sure how I will do this video. I just know that here I am creating. That's all I know. And my little baby's hopefully going to be okay. Boy, you just don't realize how much, well, you do. If you're a pet owner, you do. And the same with your kids, I'm sure. I mean, I don't have kids at home anymore, but I know what it was like when my child was not with me when I had him when he was little. Your day feels emptier, your space feels emptier because you're used to that little being, whether it be furry or non, in your space and in your life. And I just miss her. I miss her bad. Even if she gets, you know, bratty with me sometimes and doesn't want to listen because she's a little stubborn beagle. It doesn't matter. I still miss her and love her. And just not the same without her around. Same with Buster when he left, when he passed away. I still miss that little guy. So, and they were quite a pair. I keep saying that when it's Bailey's time, I'm not going to have any more dogs for a while. I'm going to take a break so that I can go someplace without worrying about my dog or leaving them in a kennel in the little daycare thing, you know, like a trip, or taking them with us and then having the stress of added, you know, trying to deal with a dog on your trip and all that stuff. But, you know, I don't know how long I can go without a pet in the house. I just don't know. I've always had a pet, so... All right, let me dry these and I'll be back. Okay, what I'm going to do next is I have some scraps sitting here and I've been working on these forever. This is one of those drop papers like this that I've been tearing apart, and I may use a piece of this. I'm not sure yet until I start tearing apart. But I'm going to look through my papers here that are just scraps. These, and this here is a book page that I wiped off extra paint, and you'll see that in my video, I think. And this has some gesso that was just spread on it to dry, to get off my card. And then I'm going to take these papers here. Now these are just the little Tuesday morning packets you can buy, 8 sheets of 6 assorted designs. And it's thin paper, so it's easy to glue. And you can get some pretty cute designs there occasionally. I don't usually buy paper there, but I don't buy paper hardly at all anymore because I have so much packed away, but I needed some paper. Anyway, I thought these were pretty, so I'm going to go through here and I'm going to look at the different papers, and I won't use this one. It's too dull, too bland, and probably anything I use is going to be covered anyway, so it's not a big deal, but I just, for the initial layer, that doesn't appeal to me. So that kind of appeals to me, this area in here. And this does too. So I might use that. That's a no. Ooh, that's a maybe. So let's put the maybes off to the side. And then I'll show you the sections that I'll tear off. And that one we've already got one of. Some of them are duplicated, not many of them, because there's only 8 pages and only 6 designs. So we have this one here, and that's a maybe, but probably not. And this one, that's a duplicate. This one, maybe. So let's put this one off to the side. And then we've got this pack here, which are these designs. And it's called Birds of City. And the first one here is Birds of City. And I won't use that. This would be something I would probably use on like a book, to cover a book or something. So anyway, let's start back here. I might use some of this in here, so that's a maybe. This one, well, let's look at it closer in a second. Yes, this one probably for sure. And there's only a few little pages here, so it's not like I've got a lot of choice for size. That one maybe. This one, maybe. Definitely maybe. See, I love all these. Did I pick that one? Is it a duplicate? No. Okay, so that's a maybe. This is a no. This one here, maybe. All right, so now we got to go back through the papers, and I'm leaving this in. I'm not fast forwarding this part because I want you once again to see what my thought process is. And maybe it will help you loosen up and do something on your own, or maybe it will help you realize you don't have to be so serious or so strict with your art. Maybe you can just have fun. So the first thing I want to do is find the ones that I'm definitely sure about, that I don't have to worry about picking and choosing, and tear off a little piece. And that would be these two here. So let's just tear off a section. Let's say just a little section, because we're not going to use a lot of this paper. There's not much canvas to put it on. And this one, let's use this. Okay. If I wanted to, I could tear some of this here. I might. I'll always use it in scraps if I don't use it now. Okay, now this one, I really like the house. So I'm going to pull this house out here. I like that little tree too. Okay. And this one here, I think we're going to skip. This is like an awesome part, but the pages or the little pieces I'm using, that's too big. I like the little heart, but I think I'll pass. So we're gonna skip this one. This one here, we could use the little birds for sure. So I want that bird. I'll just get this one. It's easier. I didn't want to cut into the house, but I did. But that's okay. So I've got the bird. And these papers are cheap, so it's not a big deal to cut them up. This one I was thinking about the bird, but I think no now because it's bigger, and so no. And I don't really need any of these colors, so we're just gonna pass on that one. And this one, I pulled a house out, I pulled a bird out, I've got a bicycle in a piece, I think, or did I? No, I didn't. Let's just say no. I don't want to tear up this bird here, or I'd go for the little writing in here. So let's just say no on that one. Now let's look at these. Let me fix my little paper stash over here. Stack. All right, on this one, and I may not use all these. We're just pulling out what I like. This one, let's just pull out this part right here, because we've got a little flower, a little of that plaid. I like that. This one, I like this corner up here. I know this is kind of weird, isn't it? Oh, I love the bird. Love that bird. But we already have a bird, and you know, you may not see it, so I love this section here and here. Let's do this. Okay, and this one is the last one. All right. Now we've got some papers to work with. And here, I've got more, so we'll put that over here because I might want to use that. And I'll keep this aside just in case I want more. And here, I like this area here, so I'm going to keep that off to the side. This here, this one here, I like this right here. So I'm going to pull that off. And I like that little section there. Here's some just white space. I like that. I like that. And this one I'm not going to rip because I'm not sure I'll use any, but we'll see if I need any once I get started. Now what I'm going to do is just start putting down paper. And I'll probably put this in fast forward because I am going to go a little slower because I'm going to think about my placement. And I'm just going to, I don't know if I'll glue them down or Mod Podge. I don't have any mediums out other than, I could probably use this one, matte medium. Maybe I'll put it down with matte medium. Could just use decoupage. So anyway, let's get started putting down our papers. All right, so let's do these two first. These up here. Okay, let's get started. the next thing I'm going to do, I pulled out a bunch of colors, and I'm still using the Deco Art box of 24 that you can get at Home Depot. So my color palette is just the same as it's been since I've been back in Tennessee. All the colors in that box. Anyway, what I'm going to do is use these paints that I've got here. Just use what I have, and I'm going to start just piddling around with these, painting shapes I like, painting colors I like. And this might be where you say, well, why did you go to all that trouble to put all this paper down if you're going to be covering up a bunch of it or making a mess of it and you can't see it? Well, it's just a way of starting. It's one of the ways I learned a long time ago when I very first found mixed media art, and the very first person that inspired me. It's just one of the techniques that I learned from her, just watching her do it, and building on this here. This is something that gives you a starting point, a jump off point. You can keep some of this if you want to, just mask it off or paint around it, or just be careful how you cover, the areas around it you're going to cover. But overall, this is just helping me get started. It's not really something that's going to be seen, and I'm okay if it's seen. That's why I use things I like. If this peeks through, I'm happy. If this peeks through, I'm happy. If it doesn't, I'm still happy. I'm okay either way. So that's what we're going to be doing, is just playing around with paint and a paintbrush, just making marks and just having a good time. So I'm going to put this in fast forward, and hopefully you'll enjoy it and play along. All right, I'll see you in a few minutes. I'll talk to you after I'm done with this step. Okay, I can't find my pencil that I like to use for this, but it's okay, we'll keep going. I'm going to use my just a regular pencil, number 2 pencil. And I probably will use my China marker, and I also have a charcoal marker over here too. Can't find my old one, so I'll have to get a new one out. I had a new one in my bag, but my old one's gone. I don't know. Don't ask me. I just packed. That's all I did. Unless it's in here. Let's see. Should we look real quick? No, I didn't put it in here. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is just draw out some shapes that I see in my papers here, and then I'm going to keep painting and working. So that's going to be in fast forward, but just so you know, I've kind of looked at them around like this, and I've got them situated the way I want them. So I'm just going to keep going, and then when I'm done or going to do the next step, I'll let you guys know what that is. Okay, I have finished the first one. I played a little bit off camera with her face. I just wanted a simple little face. She's so tiny. You could make her a tiny head on a big body if you wanted to, or you could say she's jumping out from a cake, or she's peeking out over a trampoline, or a dessert of some kind. I don't know. I really think she's cute, and I added the word wonder on the bird for his wing, because his wing got lost when I wrote on him, and I thought, well, that would look cute there. And I've sealed it, and I've signed it. And the other thing I could do, but I've decided, ouch, ouch, ouch. Ooh, my foot hurt. I decided that I was not going to, was push the background back some with white and let them pop out more. But I just thought this background suited. It looks kind of like a sunny day with some green pasture behind them and some rays, and I don't know, it just suits. So I left it. The back has not been finished. I probably will paint it, or I will glue some paper on the back, like a book text or some of my paint paper, something like this. I'm trying to grab it so I can show you real quick. I might layer that on the back, so when you turn it over, that's what you see, and then maybe write something or sign it or something. But anyway, that's the first one, and there's 3 more to go. But I'm gonna make these 3 different videos or 2 more videos. I'm not sure, because this took a while and that's only 1 video. So, and unless y'all want a 3-hour video, I don't think you do. Especially Shell. Shell doesn't want a 3-hour video. Anyway, I'll know when I edit it how I'm going to separate them out, but I think this will be the first video, and then there'll be like 1 or 2 more. So anyway, if you enjoyed it, I'm glad, and I hope that you will visit me for the next one. And I'm gonna go ahead and sign out on this one and get started. Get started on the other one while I have a little bit of time left in my day before I go get Bailey. Okay, so one more quick close-up look. And this could be a bookmark if you wanted it to be. It could be made into a tag. Just put a hole there, and you could hang it that way. You'd have to turn it this way to look at it, or you could put it right here and make it hang that way. Just whatever you wanted to do. Could glue it into a book on a journal page, make it a tip-in, make it stick in a little pocket, or a what do you call them? Little slots, slide in little hideaway, tuck-away spots. Anyway. Those are the options you could do if you make something small on a piece of box like I did. This is just the side part of a box. Okay, guys, I'll see you later. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Bye-bye. Guys, it's still August, Monday the 29th, and I just finished filming the first part of these, and I finished one of the pieces. I'm going to work on this one today. Anyway, let's go get started on this one. I've done some sketching already. I pulled out all the shapes that I wanted to use. Okay, so let's get started. I'm just going to pull out colors that I want to use right now. I think I'll use some yellows and definitely the oranges. And I'm probably going to push the background back a little bit on this one, so just she stands out. Probably need black, probably need pink, brown. I'm going to need a lot of colors. Okay, so I'm going to get started, and I'll put it in fast forward so you can just enjoy the painting process, because I really don't have a lot to say during the painting. I filled you in on the Bailey on the first one. We haven't gone to pick her up yet, but hopefully in about an hour. In the world? Oh, there we go. Okay, guys, let's get started. Okay guys, this one's done. Very basic colors, but I really like how she turned out. And I just chose the word flourish to put on, and off camera I just outlined the word and added the dots to her eyes, and I sealed it. and signed it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will be back soon to finish these two. See you guys. Hey guys, it's August 30th, Tuesday. We started with all four of these, putting down papers and a little painting and just playing around, and then we started making something out of the actual images or shapes we saw or paper we put down. So that's the first one. Here's the second one. So today I'm going to work on this little guy. He just seems intriguing to me, and so we're going to work on him. And I'm really liking the way his face looks. I may leave him just like this, and I may leave his ears just like that, and I might even leave his legs just like that, and I might block out all the rest of this. It's kind of where I'm thinking I want to go, but you know, once you get started, you might change your mind and play around with it a little bit. So let's just start off by turning this background here another color. So let me get my paint ready and everything, and we will get started. Okay, I decided I'm going to go with this pink color here that I've got going on. I don't know why, it's appealing to me. It was between the pink or the blue here, and I think I'm just going to go with pink. It's just the mood, it's just the way I feel right now, so that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to put this part in fast forward. I had to turn the camera back on because she stopped, but just a second ago she started digging. Bailey started digging, and that's a good sign. Here she goes. So we'll have a moment of silence with Bailey before we go fast forward. Dig, baby. I'm gonna dig. You got awful quiet over there. Okay, I guess she's changed her mind. She probably won't dig unless I talk, and I really don't have anything else to talk about. So I'll go back and fast forward. And if she digs, I'll click on and let you hear it. Okay, I've got it kind of whited out, and he's kind of a weird looking character, isn't he? But that's what I saw, so that's what I sketched out. I was going to stay true to what I saw. He looks like he's bleeding from the eyes or something, but his cheeks were already there, and his nose was already there, and I could have made the red the eyes, but I don't know, I didn't. So I'm just going to play with him for a little bit, and I'll do it in fast forward because I really don't know what I want to do to him. I'm just going to mess around with his face, and I might paint him, but I doubt it. I think I want to leave him just like he is, and it's just different. It's different than what I would normally do, but it's fun, and I love it. I love the whimsical side of him, so let's just keep him crazy. So that's what I'm going to be doing, just playing around with him and seeing what happens. Okay, let's take a quick look at this little guy. I think what I'm going to do is just accentuate his little cheeks again a little bit more. You know, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it alone. I keep wanting to mess with it. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to bring him out a little more with pencil or black marker or something. I don't know what. I'd like to use my charcoal, but I know I want to seal this and it'll smear everywhere. Anyway, I really like how he's looking, or she, whatever he is. He's cute. Okay guys, I'm sorry. I've been so distracted since I sat down at this table. I mean, really, it's been all day that I've been juicing and making smoothies and fixing lemon water and taking care of Bailey and sitting with her, make sure she's okay, and all the things I'm doing today. And I sit down to do this, and it's like the gate's open. Anyway, I went around the edge with black paint and I smeared it with my finger, and it's an odd smear. It's not the normal just straight smear, so it's kind of smudgy. I wrote across with pen. I don't know if that's on camera or not. Now I'm going to seal this, and then I'm going to play a little bit more with him, but I wanted to seal it first in case I wanted to wipe away what I did. So that's what's next. I'm going to seal off camera because it's just sealing, and I'll be right back. Okay, one more thing I want to do, if I can find the paintbrush, there it is. I put out some more blue. It doesn't matter what color blue, just blue, any color you like, but this is the color I used on here. And I'm just going to go around the edge a little bit and make some little marks on this black. Maybe dots, maybe they won't be dots, I don't know, just kind of flat. I'm not putting the brush down like that for a tip, like a dot, but I'm sort of laying it on its side and just letting it do whatever natural shape that it's going to do in that way. I just love this little guy. I think he is so stinking cute. And there's a little bit of smearing where the writing was. I didn't let it dry long enough. That's okay. It just adds some charm to the piece. And what else? I gave him little, well, you saw if I left it in, little weird eyelashes, just so his eyes wouldn't look so kind of plain by themselves. And what else did I do? It's probably about it. Oh, I outlined on his legs, there's some natural paint colors that just stayed, you know, with the shapes that I drew out. His legs had a red stripy look, so I just put a little white line on top and bottom of the stripes. So there he is. He's done. I'm gonna say he's done. The only thing I might do different is push this back a little bit. Let's try it with some punchinella. Let's just do a little bit of that. Where's my white? Do I want white? Yeah, I want white. Let's just try it and see what it does. And we'll take it off if we don't like it, because we've sealed it. We can do that. Let me dry this blue first, though, because it'll smear if I don't. I went ahead and added one more little eyelash. I didn't want to do 4. I wanted to do 3, but I just kept going. So I had 4 on each side, and I just couldn't be happy with that. So I added one more to make it even. I mean, odd numbers on each side. So before I cover this with a little bit of the punchinella stenciling, I'm going to tell you what this says while I have it in my head. And remember, I scribbled it. It's like scribble writing, so nobody can read it. But it says, as it turns out, he was no ordinary bunny, but he was so darn cute you had to love him anyway. So that's the writing on here. I should write it on the back so that I know what it says, but the whole point is that you can't read it. It doesn't really matter what it says. You can make up your own story. So let's just do a little bit on here and see if we like it. Can't see it because it's white on the black, but you know, if I use a little bit more paint, maybe. Probably gonna be sorry. Been sorry before though. Let's see. Yeah, I like it. I like it okay. It doesn't do too much, but it does just enough. There, it's kind of messy, but I like it. I like it that way. All right, let me try it real quick and then I'll give you a close-up. Okay, I went ahead and wrote on the back what the front actually says so that I won't forget, because I think I want to type that up and print it out and then let's just throw it down and then cover the back. But I wanted it on here so I wouldn't forget. So there's the little bunny guy, the I don't know what you're gonna call him, Not Your Ordinary Bunny. That's his name. Not Your Ordinary Bunny. So there's the 3 that we have so far. Okie doke. So the last one that we have to do is this guy or girl here. And I'll probably run the videos together. I'll probably make this thing hopping around. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It's really a lot of fun. Let loose and just do whatever's on your mind. Make something funky. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's still Tuesday, August 30th, and we are on the last piece, and she's already sketched out. So let's get started on her. Okay guys, I have been playing with this thing, and I'm just not happy. I think it's the background. I don't know, something about it I don't like. So I'm gonna take some gesso, and I don't have much time left, so I was really hoping to get this done quickly, but this is the way the ball bounces. I may just push this back a little bit. Let's see. I can't find anything on my desk because it's too messy. Bailey's digging for us. Let's just see how we feel about this. We won't try and push everything back, just some. This spot over here really is bothering me. Now y'all are like, oh no, why? I just can't help it. I don't like it. It's too busy. Something about it. I like her. I want her to stand out more. And I'm not being perfect. Don't want to have a meltdown. Don't have to be perfect. Okay, let's just quickly fake in and out of here. And let's do a little bit down here. You'll still see some of it. Itsy bitsy spaces. All right, I like that better. I think I need to go in and out of the hair a little bit more. Just a little closer. These were a lot of fun. I think that's good enough. All right, I want to dry this. Actually, what I want to do is, do I want to use black or brown? Maybe brown. Maybe black. I'm gonna put a little black out on my paper here and just drag my card through it on the short end. And let's do a few lines here. Okay, that's good enough. I like it. All right. Could go around the edges with my finger a little bit, but I don't want too much on the edges, so probably use my pen. I need to find my, what you call it, stamp pad that I use. It's been disjointed today. I'm sorry if it feels that way to you guys too, but it's just been that way today. All right, I'm gonna dry it and seal it, and then I'll give you guys one last look. Okay, that's it. There she is, all done. So these were really fun, and I'll put these all out here for you to see, and we'll do a little flip through. There's the first one, and this is the second one, and this is the third one. And then today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you will give it a try yourself, and then come back, and we'll be back for more stuff sometime soon. Okay guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate it, and I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.